The CBS 12 News at 11, sex for sale. Tonight, our very first look at one of the most prominent men caught up in that prostitution crackdown. Deadly dive out of the sky. A cargo plane crashes into the water. The fate of the 3 people on board that aircraft. And work week forecast. Hope you enjoyed the hot weather this weekend, but wait a minute. That's about to change. CBS 12 News at 11 this Sunday night begins right now.
CBS 12 News starts now.
Sex for sale. One of the prominent people allegedly caught up in the major prostitution crackdown here in South Florida, billionaire Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. Now, for the very first time since the police announcement, we're seeing Kraft for the first time. He's charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution at Orchids of Asia Day Spa in Jupiter. And tonight, CBS 12 Nyala Charles live from the Palm Beach County Courthouse where the charges against him are filed. Nyala, good evening to you.
Good evening, Paul. In addition to Robert Kraft, 24 other men are facing charges in Palm Beach County. We're told Kraft's arrest report is expected to come out tomorrow. Out and about in California,
Mr. Kraft, do you have a message?
TMZ released new video of Robert Kraft Saturday in Beverly Hills. Head high, shades on, seen leaving Barry Diller's pre-Oscars party. Kraft didn't say anything about the charges. Jupiter police say they have video of him paying for sexual services at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa in Jupiter. But his lawyer released a statement denying his guilt, saying, "We categorically deny that Mr. Kraft engaged in any illegal activity. Because it is a judicial matter, we will not be commenting further." Authorities say we can expect more arrests this week. The Martin County Sheriff says more husbands, notable people, and community leaders have some part in this. For now, reporting live from the Palm Beach County Courthouse, Nyala Charles, CBS 12 News.
No doubt this will continue. Nyala, thank you. Several other prominent men were charged in the crackdown, and to see a full list of names and to read more on those people arrested, just go to our website, cbs12.com. Developing right now, another deadly crash involving a Tesla, this one in Davie, and the driver is dead. Tonight, Davie police say that Tesla swerved through 3 lanes of traffic, hit a median, then burst into flames. Now, police say the driver likely lost control and then died on impact. Right now, we're working to get more information on the cause of the crash and the identity of the driver. Now, Tesla has made the news before in fiery crashes. Last May, 2 18-year-olds died when the 2014 Tesla Model S crashed and then caught fire. There's one of them. There's a second right there. Now, investigators later revealed that the driver was traveling at 116 miles an hour at the time of the crash. A third teen thrown from the burning wreckage was injured. Now, since then, Tesla has installed a new speed control feature that allows drivers to limit the speed anywhere between 50 and 90 miles an hour.
All right, big weather story. Of course, the record high temperatures across our area today. Vero Beach, wow, 90 degrees this afternoon. This is not only a record for the day, but for the entire month of February, 15 degrees warmer than normal. West Palm Beach, you tied your record high today at 88 degrees, and that is 11 degrees above the normal of 77. And as we go on through the evening and overnight, temperatures have cooled down a little bit. Right now, West Palm it is 75 with winds west-southwest at 6 miles an hour. Out the door on your Monday morning, back to work and school. The commute 65 to 70. A cool front will have gone through the area with just a slight drop in temperatures by morning with the sun up at 6:48. Probably no rain out there. We are tracking that frontal system right now located over north and central Florida. It's due to come southeast with cooler air and also eventually some rain coming our way. So we'll track that front hour by hour, talk about how much of a temperature drop we can expect, and we'll time out the rain and showers for the early mid part of the week when I come back with your 7-day forecast.
Big change from that hot weather today, Michael. Thank you. A traffic alert right now. An update on the Southern Boulevard Bridge project. You could see some major tie-ups at Southern Boulevard and Flagler Drive as crews there install wall foundations for the replacement bridge. Let's get on over to Traffic Jam Sam right now with a look ahead at what you need to know.
While those foundations are installed, there will be no traffic signals at the intersection of Southern Boulevard and Flagler Drive. This will be happening between 4 a.m. and 6 p.m. through Tuesday. Police will be out there directing traffic, but if you want to avoid any delays for your Monday morning commute, you can use Belvedere Road and Olive Avenue as your alternates. Traffic Tracker 12 will be your eyes on the road, and I'll have everything you need to know before you go tomorrow on CBS 12 News This Morning, starting at 4:30 a.m.
See you then, Sam. Thank you. Looking ahead right now, the trial of a former local police officer accused of killing a man expected to get underway this week. And tonight, CBS 12's James Torres tells us what a judge and the attorneys have to do before opening testimony can get underway.
Noman Raja is the former Palm Beach Gardens officer standing trial. He's accused of shooting and killing Corey Jones in 2015. Raja's attorneys say a plainclothes Raja identified himself as an officer and only shot Jones once he saw Jones pull a weapon and threaten him. Prosecutors say Raja's story doesn't line up with the recordings of that night, adding Jones thought he was being robbed. Investigators say they found Jones had a concealed weapons permit and a handgun outside of his car after the shooting. A judge will meet with 81 potential jurors Monday morning, hoping to have a jury seated by the end of the day. Then, the prosecution and defense will deliver their opening statements as the trial of the fired Palm Beach Gardens officer gets underway. In Palm Beach County, I'm James Torres, CBS 12 News.
A disturbing story right now in our Florida focus. An 87-year-old grandmother is dead. Officials say her bed filled with live maggots, and now her grandson has been charged in connection with her death. Brevard County Sheriff's deputies say this man right there, Alan Arias, took unresponsive Anita Arias to the hospital. She was covered in bed sores and some infested with maggots. Officials also saying they discovered dirty diapers and feces in the house. The official cause of death, they say, dehydration. Now, Arias has been charged with manslaughter of an elderly person. Well, switching gears, talk about a miracle here. Look at this. A driver in Pasco County lost control of that red pickup truck. Then, deputies say, crashing right into a couple's camper, happening this morning. Now, deputies believe the man was drunk at the time of the crash, right now behind bars. Listen to this. The couple sleeping at the front of that camper, definitely shaken, of course, but thankfully, no injuries. An update now to a deadly flight from Miami headed to Houston. The bodies of 2 people on board that plane have been discovered, and tonight, the search continues for the remains of a 3rd crew member on board that Atlas Air cargo flight. The Boeing 767 carried packages for Amazon's Prime Air. Now, it was on approach to Houston's Bush Airport when air traffic controllers warned the pilots they were approaching bad weather.
I thought it was a plane full of people, and I didn't know if it was another terrorist attack or what. You know, I didn't know what to think.
Now, it could take up to a year for the National Transportation Safety Board to figure out the cause of the crash.
We put ourselves into a position of strength for the first time in about 35 years, or probably a lot more than that. But China has been terrific. We want to make a deal that's great for both countries, and that's really what we're going to be doing.
Tonight, President Trump speaking on U.S.-China relations at the governor's ball at the White House. This after announcing that he's delaying U.S. tariffs on China. Now, the president is expected to hold a summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping at Mar-a-Lago next month, and it is shaping up to be a busy week on Capitol Hill. House Democrats are getting ready to vote Tuesday on a resolution to block President Trump's national emergency declaration as we take a live look at the Capitol right now, and that will set up yet another showdown over the border. The president, of course, wants to use billions in military funding to build a southern border wall with Mexico, despite campaign promises that Mexico would pay for it. He says if the Democrats' bill makes it through the House and the Senate, he warns that he will veto it. And after a weekend of violence in Venezuela, Vice President Mike Pence is expected to meet with that country's newly self-proclaimed president, Juan Guaido. Just yesterday, troops loyal to Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro blocked convoys of U.S. humanitarian aid from crossing from Colombia to Venezuela using tear gas and rubber bullets, killing 2 protesters. And that could lead the U.S. to impose new sanctions as early as tomorrow. President Trump's former longtime attorney, Michael Cohen, the fixer, expected to testify before 3 congressional committees this week. Cohen, as we said, the president's fixer, will be testifying about the accuracy of the president's public statements, as well as debts and payments relating to efforts to influence the 2016 election. A judge has already sentenced Cohen to 3 years behind bars for financial crimes and lying to Congress. Up next at 11 tonight, a survival story. How did 2 people in a plane, look at this, make a hard landing at an airport and survive? And only on CBS 12 News, the 2020 presidential election in full swing. But this year, there's one controversial group that's noticeably absent. Tonight, we dig deeper to find out why Who's not noticeably absent tonight is meteorologist Michael Ehrenberg.
And Paul, we're tracking our next weather maker, cold front system moving through central Florida right now. Very little, if any, rain associated with it. But as that front stalls to the south and moves back north, it means rain and thunderstorms coming our way. I'll time out the rain and tell you how much to expect when I come back with your 7-day forecast.
CBS 12 News at 11.
And a look now at our Sky Team 12 drone shot of the day. Look at this video. How can we forget where it is, right? From West Palm Beach, downtown. CBS 12, the one to turn to. Caught on camera tonight, 2 people walking away after making a belly landing. Check this out. Look at this. At Fresno Yosemite International Airport this afternoon. Wow. The pilot reporting problems with the landing gear there and successfully landed the plane. A spokesperson for the airport saying tonight it did not affect operations there. Get out the vote efforts for the 2020 presidential campaign are already canvassing America. Absent from the scene, though, is ACORN, the Association of Community Organizations for Reform. Once considered among the most successful groups of its kind, is now on the books as one of the most catastrophic suicides in nonprofit history. Tonight, Full Measure's Cheryl Atkinson sat down with 2 whistleblowers who talk about the price they paid when they worked on the inside to expose the corruption.
Today, ACORN may be best known for these infamous undercover recordings made by conservative citizen journalists posing as a pimp and a prostitute.
Sex is kind of like dancing, right?
Yeah, some great sex.
ACORN employees caught on camera coaching on how to disguise illegal activities, evade taxes, and get government benefits. ACORN insisted the video was selectively edited, but fired the employees. ACORN's real problems actually started years before, according to ACORN volunteers Michael McCrae and Marcel Reed.
We gave people in marginal communities the opportunity to believe that they could actually do something.
But for all its good, ACORN had a dark side. It was exposed when Reed was elected to ACORN's national board and discovered embezzlement and cover-up. She turned to McCrae, an attorney and accountant, to help figure it out.
There was a board meeting in New Orleans where there was a presentation about the embezzlement, and it seemed like every other meeting they would come back and report that there was more money missing. You know, it was just under $1 million when we walked in. By lunchtime, it was, well, we found another 500,000. By dinner time, it was up to, we reached the second million. What should have happened was that anyone who benefited from the embezzlement or anyone who knew about the embezzlement and covered it up should have been removed.
The whistleblowers found themselves smeared by the group they'd tried to save. What happened to you as you tried to get to the bottom of this?
I was attacked.
By whom?
It was ACORN staff. It was senior staff at ACORN.
The people who are supposed to be supportive of what our policies that are set by the board, they are now undermining and attacking the very board members who are trying to right the wrong, who are trying to fix the problem.
Instead of being silenced, they decided to keep speaking out as whistleblower advocates.
I asked to see the books, and the next thing I knew, I went from my ideas being good and powerful and strong and forward-leaning to a pariah. Welcome to whistleblowing.
By the way, in 2008, ACORN reported that it had registered more than 1.3 million new voters in 21 states in less than 2 years. For Full Measure, I'm Cheryl Atkinson.
All right, Storm Track meteorologist Michael Ehrenberg joining us tonight live here in the studio. And boy, I have to say, we're sitting outside today having some late breakfast. It was hot out there.
It's definitely hot. Muggy out there. Kind of feeling like June rather than February.
I was going to say it was like summer almost.
Unbelievable, I know.
For me, at least.
Well, this is the last of it, though, okay?
Good.
It is February.
Good for me, I
Good
should
for
say.
everybody, I
Good for
think, Paul.
everybody.
Yeah, we are actually tracking weather changes. Cold frontal system now located over central Florida. It's going to sweep out the heat, and temperatures are going to return to normal for at least the next couple of days anyway. Front goes through overnight tonight with it a band of clouds. You may see a shower early morning. That's about it. And with a northeasterly flow, our high temperatures will drop 10 to 15 degrees tomorrow. No more 90 in Vero Beach. How about 75? That'll be a little bit more comfortable with that gusty breeze out there, increasing the rip current risk. Thing is, though, that front's going to return as a warm front on Tuesday, and with upper level energy and lots of moisture, showers will be increasing in coverage, especially Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday night. And the yellow and red indicate some pockets of heavy downpours. Best chance for heavy rain right now looks to be later Tuesday night into Wednesday afternoon. The model showing the potential for some very heavy rain in spots Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday evening. The front moves north and warm air comes in behind that front for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. How much rain? Well, here's the latest RPM model showing anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain possible between Monday late and on into Tuesday and on into Wednesday. So we do need rain. It's been dry for a little while. We're going to get it. Rain chances on Tuesday at 60%, 70% for Wednesday, and then lowering rain chances for later in the week. Good timing here because, of course, we got the big Honda Classic going on at PGA National. The main professional rounds start Thursday going to the weekend. And if you're going to be out there spectating, maybe a shower here or there Thursday, but other than that, looking good. Wear that sunblock for Friday on into the weekend. Meanwhile, today, that record high temperature tied in West Palm at 88 degrees with a new month record in Vero at 90 this afternoon. As we go through tomorrow, though, quite a bit different. Again, a big drop in temperatures behind that front. Will be near 70 in the morning, rising into the upper 70s by afternoon under a mix of clouds and sunshine out there with, again, that northeast wind 15 to 25. That means a high rip current risk with seas tomorrow running from 4 to 6 feet. And you can see fairly breezy here. The winds gusting hour by hour on Monday afternoon. We head on to Tuesday, still gusty 18 to 23, more of an easterly wind, and then hopefully the winds come down a little bit as we head on into later Wednesday and Thursday with just a moderate breeze then. Summing it up, your forecast for the rest of tonight, that front goes through in the wee hours of the morning, but you're barely going to notice it. The winds will shift, though, into the northeast, partly cloudy, passing shower mild, upper 60s, no more record high minimums. For tomorrow, clouds and sun mix. I think the emphasis will be in the clouds, especially in the afternoon. And don't be surprised, you get a quick shower, but more comfortable, near normal, highs in the upper 70s. 70 forecast, where, of course, your weekend is always in view. Again, have that umbrella handy and the old shoes for Tuesday, especially into Tuesday night and Wednesday, with rain chances at 60 to 70%. Could be some downpours in spots. Upper 70s, normal Tuesday, but behind the warm front, we're cooking. Mid-80s again Thursday on into the weekend. And there's your weather.
Those old shoes, they come in handy, Michael. Thank you. New at 11 tonight. One lucky Treasure Coast resident is $10,000 richer. And she says she's going to give it back, paying it forward. Today, before the Mets spring training game, Katie Sagan of Port St. Lucie won the cash prize in a random drawing from Peters Water Treatment and Irrigation that's in Stewart. Now, she says she's donating some of the prize money to the Hibiscus Children's Center. So from all of us here, Katie, thank you.
I'm going to call on Monday and see what the kids need, what they want, and how I can best use that $1,000 to directly help the kids.
Now, the mission of Hibiscus Children's Center is to maintain a safe shelter for children who are abused, abandoned, and neglected, and helping families in crisis. Up next in Sunday Sports Plus, a Port St. Lucie native hired by the Gators, plus a Wellington resident competing in one of the biggest polo tournaments in the world. Anna Logan just back from the field of the Sport of Kings. That and more right after the break.
Way FM, proud partner of the CBS 12 News Network, the one to turn to.